So my final question, what's your hopes for 2021 and 2022 as you guys look forward to the start of the new year?
Yeah, we just want to build on what we did at the end of the spring here, because when this year ends in about 5 weeks, we will have over eight straight weeks of what we consider typical education. All our kids in school 5 days a week, pretty much normal activity happening, sports season rolling. We hope that continues into the spring. The wild card is what mandates will still be in place. Masks is the number one question. Will we still have to wear masks? I don't know that yet. I hope we do not.
Right.
But if we do, we can. That's the least intrusive, to be honest with you, of a lot of the things. The second question is, will quarantine rules stay in place? Yeah. And that's what really affects kids when we have to say, you were sitting next to somebody that was positive, you have to go home for 10 days.
Right.
And so I'm hoping that quarantine is lifted. There is still very little evidence or data to support contact tracing back to school, transmission. I would say in the last year since last March through now, I can pretty confidently say that it's under 5 or 6 incidences that we can trace back, individuals that we can trace back to a contact trace in school out of hundreds and hundreds. So I feel real confident that our safety measures in place will allow our kids to come back. I hope that's what we're allowed to do. And I think that's what our families and our community want.
Yeah. And then speaking to the other superintendents, I think that they have also had similar experiences, similar numbers. And it's great to see that all the effort you and everyone else is putting into the school and taking care of our kids and the facilities is paying off from that perspective. So we really appreciate everything you guys have done.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And you know what? We appreciate all the other entities that are out there. I mean, the health department is under tremendous pressure. The folks, the hospitals, gosh, what would we do without our medical professionals that are out there that are working far longer hours than I am. And, this COVID pandemic has tied us all together, whether we like it or not. Right. It's tied us all together. And what it's proven is that we can be flexible. We can make it. And I'll tell you, there's some good things that have come out of this. You and I are Zooming right now.
Yeah.
A year ago, you and I wouldn't even consider doing it this way.
Correct.
And I'm not saying that face-to-face isn't still a very important thing, but there's a lot more options on the table now for communication. And that's been a wonderful thing.
Certainly. Well, Hal, I really appreciate your time today. I know you're a very busy person there at the school system. I appreciate everything that you have done for our community. It's great. I'm sure the residents of the city of Oregon really appreciate everything you've done. And I look forward to talking to you again when we don't maybe have to bring up COVID.
Yeah, no problem, Eddie. I appreciate the support of Oregon City Schools. I'm proud to be their superintendent, and we're going to keep plugging away and do the best for kids.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time with us today. Everyone, this has been Coffee with Eddie. My name is Eddie Campos with RE/MAX Preferred Associates. This is Hal Gregory, Superintendent of Oregon Schools. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon.